to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, glad to have you with us. Holly Rowe down on the sideline with the latest on an injury.
Thank you, guys. Checking in with the Florida Atlantic head coach. Coach mentioned they are still without their top running back here today. They are coming off a bye week, so they have been able to get some crucial reps with their backup. Their running back showed some real composure, more patience at the line of scrimmage, and just reading things a little better through these last couple of weeks of practice. We'll see if he's able to put all of that out there on the field today here in the first. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. So Michigan's offense comes onto the field first today. And here comes the junior running back. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times. Gets the back moving. Play fake. Carr unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Johnson. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Carr. And he gets rid of it.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Trying to make one miss. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Florida Atlantic's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing.
But, and he's got room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Finds his man. At the 40, there he goes. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Rashad Downs going up top. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss. Had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help. It's 3rd down now. Here's Carr to throw. Flips it out to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Sees a crease. He's loose down the middle. The tag. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. The 1st score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdown. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Complete. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They want to run it left here. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Right back to the well. All over him immediately.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up? here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. Losing early in the year can be detrimental, also can be galvanizing. You realize not much margin for error, and they suddenly have put it together and won their last 2.
The dips in the season early really served as motivation for them, and they were able to turn the page. They were able to be resilient. And 18 to 22-year-olds in college.
Makes the grab in their space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. That one just came off his hand badly.
That quick slant is a hard ball to adjust to and make your quarterback look good. If you throw it behind me and I'm coming down the line of scrimmage, I really don't have a chance to adjust and try to make my quarterback look good. He's got to miss that thing low or high. He can't miss it behind me.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And, man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now their offense has an opportunity in the red zone.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back? And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Going right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
Snags it and he's open. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Back to pass, it's Coleman. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter down's going to the air. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Second and long here. They'll try it over the left side. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Carr. Got his man. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, Florida Atlantic's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, his biggest frustration right now is not being more productive on offense. He understands that the home environment is a challenge. Communication has been an issue at times, but he said they are just out-toughing us at the line of scrimmage. He said we've got to start establishing our rhythm, get into a rhythm, and start making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Looking left. Right on the money. Wide open spaces. Running inside the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And he takes this from inside the 5. So here comes the Michigan offense. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the big fella. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense
gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. To the air again, Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack.
Makes the catch and he's free. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Owls come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. To the air, it's Coleman. Look out! Trying to escape and get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Second down to the air. Finds the tight end. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across. on the drag. Nice play.
Wants to throw on first. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. This time he's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Fires quickly. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Touchdown Owls! That one will give them the lead.
Great timing here between the quarterback and receiver. You're down close to the end zone. Ball's going to come out quickly. Receivers got to win quickly, and they were on the same page on that TD.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. These guys just took a punch. Now we'll see if they can deliver one, Jesse.
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a dogfight here in the second half all of a sudden. So let's see what this offense has. Let's see who can step up here and make a play.
And I'm not concerned about the other offense. Just do you. Do what you've done to be successful throughout this game.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Throwing. Carr can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Fields the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Florida Atlantic sideline. One of the evolving storylines down here is the play of their wide receiver, who is having a breakout game. They weren't sure that he would be the start today. He's kind of down in the rotation, but he is showing that he is a go-to guy right now, and the quarterback is leaning on him. He's been productive and electric so far in this game. I expect they will continue to get him some downfield targets. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Short pass. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He's changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Rushes on. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Carr. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Nose tackles and those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They've got him corralled. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. To throw, it's Carr. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Trying to take it back. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Looking for a crease. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Owls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll try the right side. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Great job on 1st down. Great job on 2nd down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Second and long here. Sets his feet. It's Coleman. Under pressure. Got his man. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Big noise. Big house. Trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll send the back in motion. And back to the air on second down. This time he's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Owls! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Here's Carr to throw. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive, give up some yardage.
Intercepted deep in his own end. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. They want to throw it. Got him quickly. On the move at the 30. He's loose on the right. the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Throwing, Carr. Back's got it on the screen. Breaks into the open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Carr. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The hands team eliminating any potential drama with the onside kick, and the clock is going to run out on this one. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Making the adjustment on the play. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. On target. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football.
Snags it, and there's running room. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Carr. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's taking a deep shot. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it